What's up guys, on today's video I'm going to be installing the most important mod on my vehicle to this date. I'm not talking about suspension, I'm basically talking about a car seat. So guys, I'm going to be expecting a child in the next 2 months. I wanted to go ahead and get this pre-installed before the baby arrives. That's something that you want to keep in mind. Don't wait until labor before you guys install this. You want to make sure it's installed safely and tested before you guys actually put your child in this car seat. So a couple reasons why I went with this car seat. First of all, I am not a professional. I have no experience with this car seat or any other car seats before. The last time I've actually used a car seat was about 20 years ago with my baby sister. And ever since then, there's been a lot of improvements into the car seat system market. And this is going to be something that I've researched extensively, and I decided to go with the Evenflo 360 Extend. There is the regular and there is the extended version, but I opted for the extended version for several reasons. But let's talk about why I went with the Evenflo 360 to begin with. First of all, I remember as a kid lifting my baby sister out of the car seat. It hurt my back. It was kind of a tough spot to get into the vehicle to pull the baby out. So with this 360 system, you're going to have the ability to rotate this car seat all the way around. So when you're about to take the baby out, you can have the baby facing towards you and easily be able to lift the baby out of the car seat. So that's also something that's very important here. Second of all, the reason why I went with this car seat is that it is a car seat that I hope that I'm going to buy once and I'm going to use it for about 10 years. So 10 years is a long time. And this car seat, you're able to use it as an infant from 4 pounds all the way up to 50 pounds. You're also able to use this as a front-facing car seat that you can use from 22 pounds all the way to 65 pounds. And lastly, you can use this as a booster from 40 pounds all the way up to 120 pounds. So this will cover my child for a good 10 years. I'm hoping that it'll live up to its hype. And another part about this car seat that I like is that I remember my sister's car seat being very dirty. The infants eat all over the place. They have their hands all over the place. And it used to be very, very difficult to wash. I remember using a steamer to wash the car seat. Now with this, it has a zippered system where you can actually retract the cover around this, throw it into the washer and dryer machine, wash it, throw it on there. That's much more sanitary. So those are some of the pluses to this car seat. And once you have this installed onto your car, and you're ready to move from a rear facing to a front facing, again with the 360, you're able to easily turn this around, and even one hand you're able to lift up the latch and do that. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing here. As you see, it's already open. My wife actually was very excited when we got this and she opened it up. I did tell her I wanted to do an unboxing video, but again, she got excited, she jumped the gun, she went ahead and opened it, but it is still sealed. We have not installed it yet. The box is huge. It wasn't going to fit in my car the way it's set. So you do need to take this out of the box. I wasn't able to fit it because I have a rear kitchen. But anyways, this is about 30 pounds, so it's quite heavy for a car seat. But once you install the base, again, that's the most important part, is to install the base. You're able to easily take this on and off and so on and so forth. So the main part is to get that base securely set inside. You can either use a tether or you can use a seatbelt mount to get that installed in there. Lastly, I want to mention that no shape and way or form that I am a professional at this. This is, again, my first time using this. I am not paid or affiliated by them. This is just something that I personally purchased for myself. So if you guys are installing this, make sure you guys are checking this carefully. I don't know about your state, but for California, you can actually take this to the California Highway Patrol, and they will inspect your vehicle to make sure that it is installed properly before you put your infant in there, which is very important, guys. So make sure you guys do your due diligence and you guys handle that first. And lastly, before I get into the install, I wanted to talk about the cost. So this car seat is actually pretty expensive. It's at $399. There are many options out there that's more affordable, but again, we looked at this as a big picture. This $399 is going to be the one single car seat that we will have all the way for the next 10 years. So I think that's a very important thing. It should pay off over time. But with that said, we actually purchased this months in advance of having the baby because we found this on Amazon Prime Day deal, and instead of $399, it was $280 after tax and shipping. It was only $309, so that was a really, really spectacular deal. So make sure if you guys are looking into this, add it to your cart and occasionally check that item from time to time for it to be on sale, because I did get this for $280, which I think it's going to be a steal. So without further ado, I have my 2021 TRD Off-Road Premium, and I'm going to be installing this onto the rear back seat. So let's go ahead and get to that install. Let's see what we're working with here, guys. This is going to be a quick guide, instructions on how it works. The belt clip lock, the tether belt, a couple basic instructions on how to zip, unzip, the adjustable height. So let's just get into the install. So the first thing I'm actually going to be doing is removing this top from the base. So this is the arrow, and once the arrow is lined up, you can easily take and remove that seat. That's what we're going to do. We're going to grab this base. All right, now that I got my base installed and set, I'm just going to go ahead and take my belt and wrap it into the safety area and lock it in. So I know that watching videos, there is going to be a extra tether belt system right here. So in case you want to attach this with the tether, you can go ahead and tether that. I'm not going to show it in this video. I'm going to go ahead and use my regular seat belt. So what I'm going to do is there is a lock and unlock that's based off the color right here. So if I lift up this white, this should lift this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get some of this belt. And then once I have enough of this belt pulled in where it should extend all the way to the belt clip, I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. I'm going to stick it through this hole. I'm going to pull it all the way across. Let's again lift this handle up, and then let's go underneath, and then it's going to go right under here and click. There you go. And then now I'm going to release this extra belt, retract it so it's nice and tight. I'm going to pull it on both sides. It's nice and tight and laying onto this blue area. I'm also going to be pressing it in because I do see some grooves. So once it's nice and tucked in, and then let's go. There you go. Okay, there you go. So I had the little plastic knob that was there. I think that was affecting the way that it clips on, but now it's on, and it seems pretty tight. Seems pretty good. It's sturdy so far. Okay. So the next thing, guys, I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the seat back in here. You want to make sure that the white arrow is going to match up with the seat, and you should be able to just twist it in at that point. So let's go ahead and add it in. All right. Here's the car seat. I'm going to align up the arrows. Okay, so it's right here. And once the arrow is lined up, it'll twist inside. There you go. The baby seat is nice and secured. All right, guys, once you get this baby seat installed inside and it is nice and tucked in, if it's in the correct position, so this, you can actually adjust the height. So depending on if you're using this for a rear facing or you're using this for a front facing, you can adjust the different heights, and that allows the ability for this to actually rotate all around. So there's a quick one-handed lift here in order to activate the lift, and it's super easy to turn. So I do see that my seat is in the way. I would need to adjust that in order for it to rotate completely. So far for my Toyota 4Runner, I'm not able to completely turn this around with my normal seat adjustment without having to lift my seat forward. So keep that in mind with the size of the vehicle that you might have. But once that's set, and this is going to be rear facing at this point, you can actually adjust it some more. So I think that there's going to be a adjustable handle here that allows you to extend the baby seat up and down depending on the length of the baby. And I believe this handle right here is going to allow me to, to raise this up and down. So if you want it to be rear facing, then you probably want this to be extended a bit higher, and then you're able to rotate this all around. So it gets stuck here because I would need to adjust it a little bit lower to allow the ability to rotate all the way. So let's go ahead and lower that, and then now I'm able to turn it all around. If it was a bit higher, then it doesn't rotate all around. So it's not broken, it's just there are certain limitations of the movement and the position that it can roll on. So again, you can adjust it this way. This is going to be a very soft padded seat cushion here. I really like this. There's a zipper here, so you can actually remove this if you don't want it. It just comes right off. But I personally think it's a pretty good add-on. It is soft. This neoprene should be very soft and comfortable for the baby. These are going to be the seats to this. There's actually 2 cup holders here. This has a side impact tested patch on this end. Yeah, so far so good, and so far it's pretty easy to use. There's going to be a seat lock little nozzle right here, or little button right here to know that it is locked in place, so that it is not shifting. And there's also a lever. So there's actually a lever on this side. So let me show you guys real quick. There's a lever on this side that shows you the leveling of the car seat. So that's also a nice feature. But so far, here you go. This is how the car seat is so far. Again, guys, I'm not a professional, so make sure you guys do your due diligence before you guys are putting the baby infant into your vehicle, because you definitely want to make sure that it is installed properly. But my thoughts on it so far, that it is a pretty cool car seat. I don't have anything to compare this with, but I am just looking forward for the many years I'm going to be using this, and also the many adventures I'm going to be using this with. This is also the zipper that I mentioned earlier, that it is fully washable. So you just remove this zipper, and of course you can wash this whole seat cover, which is very nice. Guys, let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have this in your vehicle, let me know your thoughts on it. I would love to hear more about this and your feedback on your usage. If there is anything that I'm missing in this video as well, please let me know. I will need all the information that I'll have before my baby arrives. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please support the channel by smashing that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on that next one.